This is a tetrahedron. It is the simplest shape that you can make in 3 dimensions, consisting of 4 equilateral triangles, 3 on the sides and 1 on the bottom. And this is how it fits inside of a sphere. If we add another tetrahedron, flipped upside down, this gives us symmetry and polarity. This is called a star tetrahedron. Now let's add another sphere, this time held by the inside nodes, and may be considered a boundary condition. If we scale the Earth to match the star, the inside sphere is now the size of the outer core. If we repeat this pattern within the middle section of the star, the new sphere that is created now matches the inner core. Now if we scale the Earth to match your eye, your iris is now the size of the outer core. And your pupil in normal light is the size of the inner core. So the eye and the Earth both have the same ratios. However, one is on the outside and one is on the inside. Remember, from the last video, the shape of the eye matches a certain oval. That also is the shape of the ancient Egyptian solar disk. And the shape of the sun during sunrise and sunset. Just like when a cell divides, there must be an exchange of information on the side that is less curved, almost like crossing a 2-dimensional plane. It is also the ratio of the Great Pyramid, so the eye is related to the pyramid. But the best fit would either have the pupil at the top, at the apex, or underneath. Let's look at the star tetrahedron again, and note the location of Giza at the 30-degree latitude. If we could look inside the Earth at that location, at the star, then this is what we would see. A close match to a concave 8-sided pyramid. Let's look once more, this time with the core added. If you can see, the 3-dimensional core now shapes a 2-dimensional Ankh. Previously, we discovered that if we could view a star tetrahedron inside Earth from the location of the pyramid, what we would see would look similar to a concave 8-sided pyramid. We also noticed that a sphere being held by this star tetrahedron would appear to have the shape of the Egyptian Ankh from our view. Let's assume that the Egyptian Ankh is or is related to the pineal gland, also known as the third eye. The pineal gland has coherent water with piezoelectric crystals, so the water has memory. If we look at the direction of the starting arms on this Ankh, we get an angle of 104.45 degrees, and that is the angle between hydrogen atoms on a water molecule. Now if we divide this in half, it'll give us an angle of 52.225 degrees. Here's the Great Pyramid at 51.84 degrees based on phi. And here is the center pyramid of 53.166 degrees based on a 3-4-5 triangle. The angle of hydrogen is located between the two at the golden section, plus 0.123456 degrees. The Ankh is holding on to two was scepters, usually found on door frames, as if it's prying them open. The top part of the head of the was scepter is 1 golden length greater, and the angle of the whole head is also based on the golden ratio, as if incorporating some sort of balance or sensitivity. Here's your brain in profile. This is the center, and here is where the pineal gland is located. Let's look at the area directly across from the pineal gland. This is that cross section. Can you see the shape of the head of the was scepter inside? Almost like there are two of them pressing together. If we take the standard size was scepter, scale it and rotate it to fit in this location, then the prongs located at the other end now touch inside the heart. In fact, the entire heart almost looks like the shape of these prongs. Okay, so check this out. This is a hair follicle. It is the exact shape of the end of the was scepter. Hair and feathers both have the same type of follicle. This is a cross-section of a strand of your hair, and this is your hair follicle. If the cross-section has the shape of an eye, and the end of the follicle has the shape of the pineal gland, then the interaction between here and here holds the key for our connection to Source.